Experimental stream, restream.io, streaming to YouTube, apart39 underscore live, and Twitch, apart39. As it stands currently, everything seems to be running optimally enough, I suppose. Okay. Okay, so let's get to the thick of it now. Welcome to the Wednesday afternoon stream. I'm your host, apart39. Today I'll be streaming World War III. Now, to say the least, as it stands currently, I am streaming from I'm using Restream right now. I'm not streaming directly to Twitch, so as it stands currently, I'm only streaming to through a Restream service. On Twitch, I actually had to prepare for what I'll be streaming. However, for YouTube, I am currently unsure right now, as I am trying to get this up and working. Please wait a moment as I try and resolve this issue. Is there any way I could... Son of a bitch, is there any way for me to try and label this damn thing? Give me a moment. Yeah. Alright. Crap. There doesn't seem to be any way I can... There doesn't seem to be any way I can ensure this is actually working. Okay. Yep. There's that. Details. Show more. Negative. Oh, god damn it. Why the hell's YouTube gotta be so finicky when it comes to this? Alright, well, yeah, so, for my viewers, or viewer, but, you know, viewers, because this is likely to be a VOD out there, I'll be streaming World War III, as you may notice. However, for YouTube, as I mentioned before, it is World War III. So, with that being remarked upon, yeah, let's get to it. Just let me look down to see where I left World War III. I think it was under Attack Ops. If I sound like this is like my first stream like all over again, that's because it's my first stream with, again, restream.io. And so as a result, I am uncertain on certain things, as I don't have a way of monitoring both Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, I chose a hell of a time to do it, but I wanted to do it yesterday, but I felt as though that because of the more linear nature of Divinity, that putting it on both sides would be really unpreferred, to say the least. Yeah, I suppose that's the right word for it. The word just unpreferred in terms of how it's more linear and how I'll be a lot more quiet. Here with World War III, I'll be a bit more proactive in the sense that I'll be not only, you know, commenting a little bit more, but also, you know, possibly having a conversation. So yeah, that's where things stand currently. And apparently World War III decided to update on me. Great. It's only like a few megabytes, but still. Alright, everything seems to be on the green and green. Uh-huh. Yep. Great idea, Part. Try streaming to YouTube. What could possibly go wrong, I wonder? Short term of it all, everything. Ugh, boy. 5 minutes into the stream. Well, the good thing I was already considering doing this a bit longer due to the fact that it would take me probably 15 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes most to try and figure out how Restream is functioning. I don't like how I don't like how YouTube is handling live streaming though, that's for sure. It's not as it just the way I'm seeing it is that I assume that it's the same way it's running streaming as though it's a video. And as a result, contrary to Twitch, where I could just, be a bit more specific about what game I'm going to be streaming and the like, and I don't have to friggin' just put down what game I'm streaming, this is the timestamps, this is everything, YouTube is just, it's the standard video publisher, to say the least. So, yeah, that's that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing this again for YouTube, but, I know for certain that this is already feeling a bit weird, but, if I don't try something new, to say the least, I'm not going to get anywhere. No, anywhere too far, at least. Real quick, this is... Don't look. But yeah, this is what I'm currently seeing right now. It was an 8 megabytes. It's an 8 megabyte freaking update, and it's taking forever to load up. Isn't that great? And what else? Let's see. Yeah, so as you clearly see here, as my game is going to be updating, World War III has decided to postpone their free-to-play open beta launch, which was slated for sometime this month in March. However, due to the open stress test, it's quite clear that there was a lot of problems. Not only just because of the huge influx of players, but just genuinely speaking, because matchmaking was problematic before it was, addressed. Yeah. Because some problems have been addressed now, there still are plenty of problems that need to be discussed upon, so to speak. And yeah. That's how it stands on that front, to say the least, on that as well. Ugh, boy. I don't know why World War III is taking so long to update into the freaking next millennium right now. That's for sure. Ugh, boy. I really don't like the docs I have for OBS right now for Restream.io. Because quite literally, all I have, contrary to, how Twitch docs work for OBS, is that for Restream, all I have is stream title, stream channels, and the chat. In which that's not terrible, but it's not exactly something what I call ideal, because, for Twitch, I like the amount of information that OBS has for the docs, in which you have the stream information, you got your chat, you got your activity log, and you also got your analytics and the like, in which, you're able to access all sorts of stuff. Now, I'm sure I noticed I could probably put in, like, custom docs, in which it'll allow me to monitor those properly, in which I'll be able to, look into the logs of, like, say, Twitch or maybe YouTube, if I consider continuing doing this. So just look on through them, and then afterwards, just, what's the right word for it? Just log on through them and, thank people who would, follow or just drop on by and all that, right? Because that's something that I would like to have. More information to keep track of so I don't have to just watch the feedback, look as though it like pops up and says like, you know, XYZ name has followed or, you know, has rated you or what have you. So yeah. All right, game is loading up now, so well, we're gonna be getting into it soon, boys and grills. There we go. Okay, so fiction, yada yada. You know the gist. World War III. Damn it! Whenever I want my phone, it's never on my person. What in hell? How many? 2200. Okay. Apologies, I alt-tabbed out for a moment, that's why, so. Real professional apart, I'm sure. Did my game just borked out? Nope, there we go. Okay, so here we are in the thick of it now. World War III, because, you know, I think they updated at the very least the server issues that were relevant. I think at the very least. I'm not entirely sure, but you know, maybe they did. That aside though. Yeah, that aside though. So, this is my character, this is how he stands. I made him British instead of US. As, you know, this character has a Monty Python reference on him. In which, it is when it's when King Arthur of the Britons throws a hand grenade. It's great, don't you know? Okay, so let's play. Oh, Warsaw, sweet. So I actually did play World War III off stream a handful of times. This is, you know, because, you know, tactical ops, all these other stuff. They're all pretty damn great and all. And, for the most part, for my viewers on Twitch, you probably already know about me saying this. And so I'm gonna repeat it here again. After the open stress, after you open stress tests, that's the Farm 51 pushed out. Basically, from what I remarked upon, that matchmaking was problematic, and I wasn't sure it was because the servers were, like, having some sort of weird loadout. Like, they weren't able to, you know, balance out and the such, and as a result, they're pushing more players out than there are, like... They're pushing more players out on servers that have not the maximum requirements, in this case being, you know, 40, a full 40 player lobby, or, you know, something else of the like. And so, as a result, matchmaking was very messy and very problematic. And yeah, that's that's the general problem in the grand sense of it, was that after open stress, it just went down the shitter. However, of course, World War III did manage to, I think, fix it, because as of late, I have been able to find matches with actual, you know, full lobbies and the like. And so I think they probably fixed it. Let me see. Yeah, no, for the most parts, it's not just me being in Moscow now. It's now just like actual, you know, lobbies filled with players.
Objective Bravo 1 is under attack.
Maybe bots, but you know, let's assume it's players. Alrighty, let's go. Green and green, let's do this. So, funnily enough, I was actually able to join a late match in which I don't think beforehand you were able to do so easily. Yeah, beforehand you weren't able to join matches, but now it seems as though you can. Yeah. Oh, crap, 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 crap! Oh, mother of... Oh, piece of crap. Ah, come on!
Objective Alpha 2.
Oh, mother of hover. Man, that was the longest amount of time I was able to stay alive in World War III. That's a new record. 30 seconds. Man, what's this guy doing?
Our units are taking hold of objective
Oh my god,
Charlie
this
1.
is terrible. Well, terrible in the sense that we're just sputtering all over the place more than, well, I make an inappropriate analogy here, but because I'm on YouTube, I don't think I can. Yeah, I can be vulgar and all this and all that jazz on Twitch, but on YouTube, God forbid you drop an F-bomb here, in which I did, but hey. God forbid you drop something that's equivalent to a swear, and friggin' everyone has a titty twist. Alright, so yeah, for the most part, this is a... For the most part, this server is rather full, all things considered. It's not full to the brim, but it is filled enough that, you know, players are here. Oh, crap, 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 crap! No, that's BS right there. Right, come on, stay up. God damn it. This is not going well. Our CO isn't doing jack all, and our friggin' our team isn't PTFOing. Whatever the hell they're doing, they're really crap at.
Our units are taking hold of objective Bravo 2.
Present company included. I can't drive for anything. If you excuse me, I have to... Oh, there we go. See, this is why I have... Alright, that's a kill confirmed on that front.
Shoot the bastards!
Woo! Yeah! Shoot them! Yeah, whatever our CO is doing... Oh, crap.
Your UAV is ready for deployment.
I need to reload.
Oh, come on. Damn it! Bro, he's like right there! What are you doing? You dumbass! That guy just walked by Op 4, just ass in hand, just like, hey, kill me on a silver platter, please. Fuck.
Objective Alpha 1 is under attack.
This has so far been somewhat infuriating to say the least, right? Not because I'm dying, you know, that's on par for the course. More along the lines, the fact that that guy just walked up and just, again, he just handed his own ass on a silver platter. Man. So, what to talk about actually while I'm in the midst of this? Because yesterday I didn't really have much of an opportunity to speak all that much. Mostly because, you know, I was playing a more linear story and the like, so that's on par for the course. In which, again, for Twitch viewers, or, you know, current viewer, but viewers for the VOD as well, Tuesday will be Divinity 2... he got the drop on me. Anyway, so Tuesday will be, from here on, streaming Divinity the Original Sin, in which, or Divinity the Original Sin 2, in which, yeah, turn-based Tuesday is now pretty much just that now. Well, not just that, but for the foreseeable future will be primarily Divinity the Original Sin 2. I should remark upon that there is a successor note on the scheduling too, in which I should clarify. In which I should clarify that.
Patch me up.
I should clarify that for the most part it is. Yeah, for the most part it will be revolving around. The successor deal. Sorry, I'm just a bit all over the place right now because I'm trying to focus up. Give me a moment. There we go. There we go. Alright, clean house. So, back to what I was saying. So yeah, the successor note is mostly for games I'll be playing after the fact for Divinity Original Sin 2. In which, when I beat the game, in the eventuality, in that case I do intend to do so, the next game in line will be Pathfinder Kingmaker, or I don't remember what the other one was. But yeah, it'll be either one of the two games, basically. Or, yeah, either one of the two games I have up for candidacy to succeed Divinity. Yo, Haas, we should probably do something about C1. He doesn't hear me for shit. Because I don't have... Should probably go... I'll go check out C1, because I'm the only one that's trying to ensure that our points are capped. What is everyone doing? Oh, damn it, he got me, but I dropped his helmet, so... He got marked by flashlight, too.
Our units are taking hold of objective Charlie 1.
They had Charlie, too.
Objective Alpha 1 is under attack.
No, we're at Bravo 1. Nobody's capping, everyone's just defending right now. I'm just gonna stick. Look, I'm gonna stick around until this is all wrapped up, and I'm moving over to Charlie, the freaking Charlie 2. Nobody's capping. Everyone's defending. What is my team doing? Not my squad, because you know let's be honest, squads don't do jack all. But seriously, what is squad doing right now? What is the team doing? Unless we're getting dropped by armor, which makes sense, I guess. Don't mind me.
Objective Charlie 2 is under attack. Our units are taking hold of objective Alpha 2. Area Bravo is under our control.
Man, why is my CO just not doing anything? Is he just standing around with his thumb up his ass? Oh, great. They're gonna send in some sort of anti-air or something anti-infantry. Better stay out of the limelight right now. So this is something that happened at the Oscars a while ago. I'm sure you probably heard about it. It's all the buzz going on around the internet that old Willie boy Smithy just smacked friggin' Chris Rock during the Oscars, and apparently there was like some outcry in the sense that people were condoning what Will Smith did, like something about like, oh, he's defending his woman or something like along those lines. In which I actually decided to at the very least look myself into the context as to why old Chrissy boy got the old backhand, you know? What did he do to deserve that backhand, I wonder? And apparently he made a joke about his wife. And the fact that his wife, Will Smith's wife I should say, has short hair. Due to like having some sort of like, I don't know, disease or something that makes her hair like become all patchy and, you know, causes her to go bald or something. And so I looked into it, and suffice to say, I think people are making a literal puddle into a goddamn lake somehow. I don't know how they do it, but they did it, and yeah. Suffice to say. And so yeah, suffice it to say, it's just... Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Smith's... I think that's how her name is said. But that's how... But making fun of Will Smith's wife's hair, short hair. Of a G.I. Jane joke. I don't know why people are saying like, oh, he's defending his wife's honor. I mean, he was laughing at the damn joke too.
I'm hit.
You dumbass! Check. Anyway. But yeah, anyway, so dude, competency everywhere. My CO ain't doing shit. My friggin' team is even more incompetent than me somehow. I know I'm getting dropped often, but incompetency loves company. But yeah, so yeah, back to the slapping at the Oscars. And so yeah, just Will Smith is laughing, and then his wife is just giving him this like look like, motherfucker, you could be sleeping on the goddamn sofa if you don't do something about it. And Will Smith's just like, ah, crap, I gotta do something about this. Either I do this or I'm sleeping on the sofa, and I'm tired of the sofa. I want to sleep in my bed. And so that's why, I assume that's why he slapped Chris Rock. He's like, bro, just take the L from me, please. I'm gonna... Yeah, just take the L from me, please. I think I got even more context as well, because I was looking into this a bit more of just like, well, like, Will Smith's wife cheated on him. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, she cheated on him. So, honestly, I don't know what to say, to be honest. This is just a whole mess of a situation, to say the least. Or a whole mess of this debacle. Man, we are not doing anything. What is the team doing? My CO is just standing around with his rod in hand. And yes, I am saying rod instead of, you know, the other phallic object that is associated with the name Richard. Oh, crap. I'm being pelted, and he got me. Right now, I'm surprised the chain of command hasn't fallen to me yet, or someone else, because right now my CO doesn't seem to be pointing at anything. damn. I managed to get a shot off with a pistol. What the hell? Ugh, jeez, this rate. The rate we're going at right now, it's painfully slow. And of course, they bust out the tank. Hey, that's a nice strike right there.
Objective Charlie 2 is under attack.
You know, I want to say that World War III could possibly be almost alike to PlanetSide 2. Although, granted, PlanetSide 2 is a bit more...
Taking hold of objective Alpha
Yeah, PlanetSide 2 is a bit more on the, you know, open world, combined arms elements. Whereas here, it's quite obvious that they've taken after the, Battlefield formulae of different maps, different incursions and like, so... Yeah, but then again, there's still enough to make it different from Battlefield, but still, overall, the comparisons are mostly, again, just, you know, game philosophy.
Our units are taking hold of objective Bravo 2.
I was able to pull off that shot. I don't know how I managed to do it with my gun spraying all over the damn place. You'd think with my guy doing a magwell grip, he'd be able to control the recoil a bit more efficiently, but no, instead he's just letting it loose. Oh shit, sorry. Oh, double crap. Alrighty. Deployer's jammed. Great.
Objective Bravo 2 is under attack.
Alrighty. Ugh, shit. I'm just thinking right now because I'm primarily monitoring Twitch right now, and I'm thinking with this restream thing. He's like, yeah, no, the idea is novel in itself, you know.
Our units are taking
Stream on multiple platforms. What could possibly go wrong? I don't know. It doesn't seem. I wouldn't say it doesn't seem worthwhile, but more along the lines. More along the lines right now. It just seems as though, for the most part, it's just an endeavor that's just all right. Jesus Christ! Wait, what level is my? Oh my God! I'm level 15 with the M4. Yeah, but then again, I'm level 18 with the G36, so that's nothing really. That's nothing really new.
Enemy airstrike fast approaching.
Let's see here. Can I? Ooh, I can.
Objective Alpha 1 is under attack. Our units are taking hold of objective Charlie 1.
Son of a bitch.
Friendly APC has entered the battle.
Got infantry.
Charlie 2 is under attack.
Get down!
I don't know why that friggin... Why was that car trying to ram me in? It's like, there's a wall there, you can't break it down. What do you think this is? Battlefield? I mean, it is by technicality, but
I'm
still.
hit!
Oh,
Reloading!
piece of garbage. Right now things are not looking too good. Time to call in a Pyrrhic strike. Which means just me calling in a tank. I just love the fact that you just see the airplane the way it is right there. It's great. Hey, don't mind me, alright? We're just gonna be doing a little drive around. That's a hit. Hit confirmed. Hit confirmed. Alright. Alright, we gotta take one of the many... Bro, stop fucking walking in front of my tank right now, alright? Alright, we gotta take one of the points now. We gotta try. We'll most likely send in anti-tanks, but if actual stays in the cannon itself, we might be able to counteract it. Damn it.
Our units are taking hold of objective Alpha 1.
Oh, that BS. What the hell was Actual doing? Was he just admiring the flowers instead of laying down suppressing fire?
Objective Bravo 2 is under attack. Enemy airstrike fast approaching.
I'm sorry if it seems right now I'm extraordinarily hostile, but at the moment this match isn't exactly boding well with the fact that everyone is incompetent right now.
Objective Charlie 1 is under attack.
I don't know what even to say, but my team doesn't seem to be doing much other than just playing defense. It's like everyone's hitting one ball, and then afterwards we're just trading blow for blow, except the other team's got the upper hand right now. They're calling in their strike.
Under attack. Area Charlie is under our control.
Now it's time for me to use a new gun. I've been using the M4 for a while now. I want to try out this thing. This Polish gun. Because, why not? I already regret it. This is pretty much just an ACR. I have many regrets. This is just basically an ACR, is what it is. Bam, you see this atrocity of a gun I have in my hands? Yes. Yeah, I'm the guy that has 3 scopes on his gun, an underbarrel shotgun, and
Hold of objective
there's
Alpha
all this
2.
other nonsense.
Objective Charlie 1 is under attack. Objective Charlie 2 is under attack.
I am happy about this, however, is that again the matches I'm fighting now are actually to some extent filled, to say the least. I'm not sure if this is prime time or anything like that. That's for sure. For all intents and purposes, this could just be just a normal day, because you know sometimes some games that are popular, they always have like an influx of like, I don't know, let's say at most 2,000, 2,000. Yeah, at most they have like a capacity of like 2,000 or something like that, but you know usually at prime time it's like double that or like 1,000 more. Man, this is horrific. I am in desperate need of a new gun right now. I love the G36, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, there's only so much of a square gun you could actually take in.
Fuck down.
You know, I'm already regretting my decision of streaming to YouTube. I should just make a YouTube video instead. That way, at the very least, it's much more easier and comprehensive to edit down, you know, have everything else be sorted out. Man, do I already regret my decision? Along with that, I actually have to make an account for Restream, which I just connect to my Google account, in which now Restream knows everything about me, dirty secrets. What secrets are you hiding apart, other than just the fact that you're just some random nobody? Oh, that's about it, really. Oh boy, we're all going to hell for this. Alrighty. Boy, oh boy. Whatever am I doing with Restream? Alright, let's leave right now. So, okay, so I intend to stream this a bit more extended than usual. Mostly because I want to just ensure that everything is running optimally. And so, yeah. Let me see here. So let me see what's the next gun I'm gonna be unlocking. Oh joy, I unlock another Polish gun, okay. When do I start unlocking anything good? I mean, all these guns are technically good, but you know what I mean. I want something that's a bit more unique to my desires, to say the least. What customizations can I do for this? Because this is a DMR, right? Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, it's a battle rifle. So, meaning this gun shoots bigger bullet. Big gun, shoot big bullet. And yeah, so let's see here. What optics do I have on hand? That's okay, nothing much. So, what about okay, nothing much. 20 rounder, of course. Standard barrel length. I can't opt in for something more close quarters, really. Man, this is all just... Right now, this is just very hindering to what I desire most of this. This has got to be the biggest POS I've ever dealt with, that's for sure. Right, well, looks like I'll be rocking out iron sights for a while. Although I could supplement everything else with things in my attachments bag. And the one time I want a vertical grip. Okay, so we'll rock out with the M416 or 417 because it's a battle rifle. And yeah. Alright, random match, please. Oh, team deathmatch, alright. So... Oh man, I'm really trying to find what to say right now, because again, streaming to both YouTube and Twitch, both different masters, both with different terms of service. YouTube in vain trying to portray itself to be this oh so saintly platform. Well, in actuality, they're as degenerative as anyone else.
Backfire, dickhead!
And also, even more so, I dare say that YouTube is a bit more sensitive. Its audience is a bit more sensitive and just like, oh my goodness, you can't say that. Ooh, this rate of fire is a bit slow, but at the same time, it feels as though it's hard hitting. Alright. Ah, yes. I got myself some 7.62s, baby. Now I'm cooking with some kerosene. What the hell? Why did my attachments not apply? There we go. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now it's working. Man, I just want this thing. I just want this battle rifle to have a SB, a shorter barrel. This is supposed to be a DMR, to say the least, and I'm not sure if the H&K 417 is supposed to have a auto fire feature, or you know what I mean, pretty much automatic fire capability. But
my chance to make it.
Transform their gnarly scars
what the f?
into phenomenal tattoos.
The hardest part.
The texture of his skin.
Hold up. What the hell's? Where's that audio coming from? Where the hell is that audio coming from? Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. What was? What the? I'm so confused right now. Why did my stream just play a fucking... Why did my stream just play a goddamn advert for tattoos? It's like, what? I apologize for that because I'm not an affiliate, I should remark upon, for Twitch. I'm not an affiliate. I don't intend to be because I heard it's not really worthwhile. May as well just make a donations bin in the bottom in which, you know, I'm not even gonna shill from my coffee page because, you know, it's just, at that point, I may as well not do that. Well, it's because I haven't come up with any valid reason to do so right now, but that aside, I don't like how...
Get your ass over here!
I don't like how I'm an ad just came up on the screen just now. I'm like, what the hell? And if you are using, if you do get ads on my stream on Twitch, I should remark upon, I have no power over that. It's just Twitch decided to say, hey, screw it, let's throw this on this nobody's page. I'm sure he won't mind. I do mind because I'm not getting paid for shit. And you're just annoying me and my viewers now. Oh hey, I think we got a full match now, actually. Yeah, we got a full match, I think. What the hell's my team, damn it? Everyone's just freaking running with chickens without their head. Which totally ridiculous still. Damn it. Everything's too dark. Can't see jack all. DMR I'm using is, or the battle rifle I'm using is just slower than molasses. Although it hits like a truck supposedly, so.
Medic, medic.
Got anything good? And now I'm just getting lucky now. And 5 allies to win. Battle rifle seems to be a lot more stable by comparison to most weapons I'm using so far. The assault rifles I'm using are like spray and pray type deal, so that's why things seem a bit more stable, I guess. But it seems as though here at the very least, with the DMR, because I'm shooting at a lower fire rate, it's a bit slower, but in the but it compensates with higher damage because again, bigger bullet. I gotta say, I'm not enjoying, not enjoying the benefits of it. It's just a bit slow for my speed, and along with that, just in terms of, I guess you could say, mobility and just general weight, I don't like how heavy it is. Although I understand why. It's still something that peeves me off right now. But, you know, maybe if I use the M17 a bit more, my tune will change, because for the most part, the only loadout I have with the M17 is primarily just a sniper build. Or, you know what I mean, it's pretty much a long-range combatant build instead of a traditional mid-range combatant. I wonder if battle rifles will serve the purpose of just being the higher-end version of the assault rifle, in which it basically has a higher range value, but a lower rate of fire, but increased damage to make up for it. Some of the time, you know, being supplemented by the fact that, you know, DMRs have lower ammo capacity. Yeah, it has a lower ammo capacity, lower everything. Just give me a sec to properly get that sentence out. Yeah, lower ammo capacity, it's also hindering your mobility and the like, so yeah, things like that. Because assault rifles, they can be heavy too, but usually they are all about mid-range combatants. So yeah, or mid-range combat weapons.
Needed.
você pobiega.
You know, the more and more I keep on wanting to think, you know, maybe I should use YouTube every now and then. 'Cause, yeah, every time I think, maybe I should use YouTube as a bit of a stream platform for a while. I always just then realize, oh wait, no, YouTube won't support the vulgarity I spew out on a literal daily basis for every stream. So, you know, maybe not. I really want a short barrel. I really want to get that short barrel attachment, but I'm gonna be using the M17 for right now. I'm not gonna lie, the M17 it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look exactly good. Maybe it's because I'm using. Maybe it's because I'm so used to using, you know, proper AR-15s instead of the German 416s or 400 series. That instead I just instead my mind just keeps on drifting back. Just a guy that's but yeah, every time my mind just drifts back. This is just an AR-15 made by Germans.
Hi, you guys. Today we celebrate.
I'm not sure if I got that final shot off, but I clearly the team won. Oh, look at this guy. He's using a G36 because that's the only decent weapon you can get your hands on. You got me with my 417. Okay, so let me see what attachments I could get for this thing actually, because clearly I could use the short barrel rifle or the short barrel attachment instead will grant me close range damage, right? Obviously, as well as decrease everything else. I don't know. Maybe it's the handguard that's really throwing me off. Although it doesn't look like I could do anything to change the. Let me see. What can I get with this thing, actually? That's the better question, because right now this rifle is just throwing me off with just how underwhelming, I guess you could say it is. Because the barrel length is really throwing me off, and just the barrel length is just throwing me off altogether, and just making me, oh god, why? Alright, you know what, as much as I like the 417's damage, I still wanna actually have a gun that doesn't make me wince when I'm looking at it. So let me see here, what can I... Ooh, I could get a foregrip, or long foregrip, but it's gonna take me to level 41. Alright, so, well, at the very least, this thing doesn't make me wanna frickin' like, go, ooh, ah, why? And this is level 22, so by that time I would unlock the short barrel variant, so yeah. I don't know, as of late, I've actually been acclimating myself to using more short barrel weaponry. Is that strange? Well, I shouldn't say is that strange. More along the lines, is that odd, all things considered, to use short barrel weapons in a more multifaceted situation, I guess you could say? FMJ, additional ammunition. So this pretty much just increases the amount of bullets I have in reserve. So let's go for... There we go. So I swapped out additional ammunition for just an increased reload speed. I mean, the G36, no matter how it looks, you know, no matter how it is, it always looks pretty damn spanking good, to say the least. I mean, look at this. All the attachments for this German gun here is just really good looking. Well, for the most part, at least. I can appreciate this though, that the more cosmetic elements of guns can be altered, in which it doesn't cost you like extra space. So that's something I can appreciate on that front. Real quick, because I am so dedicated to the G36 right now, because this is the only gun that's any decent right now for assault rifle users. Let's see. Currently, I've unlocked the 3x red dot sight. Tactical mini laser. Okay, so what is the... horizontal recoil, vertical recoil. You know, I think my problem right now is the fact that my gun is spraying all over the place. So let's go with classic vertical. Yeah, let's go back into it. How long have I been? Okay, I'm gonna push this up to 2 hours, as again, the first few minutes of this stream has been revolving around me just, you know, trying to figure out technically how Restream works, because again, that is what I'm using to stream at both YouTube and Twitch. So yeah, so this is gonna be a bit more longer than what I usually go for. Or actually, nowadays I've been streaming for almost 2 hours now. I'm not saying that to brag, I'm just saying that because usually I stream for an hour and a half usually. Maybe 10 minutes after the fact as well, but outside of that, you know, for the most part, I've been... Before I was like really heavily... If you were here when I started off streaming on Twitch, you probably know that I've pretty much, when I started off, I was pretty strict on like sticking to that 1.5 hour mandate, to say the least. And it usually comes at the cost of just, you know, usually... Yeah, and it came at the cost of the fact that the stream itself would just be abruptly cut off. And that still happens every now and then, because, you know, life happens, right? Let's be honest here. But that aside, these days I've been pretty lenient, so to speak, on... Yeah, I've been pretty lenient, so to speak, on, like, how long I usually stream for, because for the most part I just like to... Nowadays I'm a bit more laxed on that timing thing, to the extent that I usually start my streams a little later than usual. I don't know, it's because I've been doing it a bit longer, or because, you know, everything else that may be associated with the fact that I'm much more of a literal minor name. A very minor name. You know, I've been talking about statistics, analytics, and all this other nonsensical jazz. Let's talk about something that actually matters. Like games. Alright, jokes aside though. So recently I've been thinking back to the prototype game series, right? Yeah, I've been thinking back to the prototype game series of sorts, right? And suffice it to say, it is... If you don't know what it is, it's a game franchise that was... Or two games that came out back in the early 2010s, or late 2009s, right? And suffice to say, the best way to describe it is the first game was great, you know? It was this anti-hero going out of his way to save the world, and, you know, on a journey of self-discovery of sorts, because, you know, he doesn't know who or what he is. And the second game is about two edgy men trying to kill each other because one guy is trying to out-edge the other guy.
Medic! Get your ass over here!
But yeah, that's pretty much the best way I could describe Prototype 2. It's just two edgy men are trying to out-edge the other edge.
Все граждане должны безоговорочно выполнять указания представителей военной администрации.
There we go. A little surprise for later.
Alright. Oh, sweet, I got a red dot sight. Nice. 2-time magnification too, so I'll be able to do proper mid-range combat. I mean, 1 time is great, don't get me wrong, but 2 time is that healthy in-between, you know?
UAV is ready for deployment. Area Alpha is under our control.
Alright, green to green. Okay, so far we've capped the point. It's time for us to go off. But yeah, back to Prototype. Yeah, no, so I've been thinking about... So yeah, I've been, for the most part, thinking back to the game series, and... You know, I think a while ago on Twitch, I said that it shouldn't be brought back, or, you know, it shouldn't be brought back with a 3rd game. Because, if I'm gonna be frankly honest here, is that, despite the fact that me and probably a handful of other people that played it around that time, you know, enjoyed it, yeah, aside from me and probably, like, dozens of other people, who really wants a 3rd Prototype game? And that's not like to sound insulting, right? That's a genuine question. Who's the audience it caters to? People that are like, you know, teenagers? Or, you know, yeah, people that are teenagers that have that inner edge in them, like, want to see the world burn attitude, you know, like...
Here, lads.
How the hell did I manage to get a grenade on this thing? Anyway, so yeah. Like, who... That's the bigger question here. What's the demographic? And I know that's, like, very stereotypical, like, oh, what do the youth like? But you know what I mean. It's a genuine statement on that front. And so, if they are gonna bring back... This is a big if, because I'm not even sure if Microsoft is even considering to even do a Prototype game. Because, you know, they own Activision as well now. But if there is consideration to do another Prototype game, my recommendation, just reboot the whole damn thing. Really, that's the only thing you can do now. It's been odd some 10 years since the last game. I don't think, aside from people who are really dedicated to Prototype and really play it to this day, in which there's probably still a handful of people. In fact, I'm thinking of probably going back and doing so myself. But outside of just that dedicated fan base, who else? You need to branch out and, you know, get new blood in, so to speak. So, in my personal opinion, a soft reboot would probably be best. You know, start from the beginning again with Alex Mercer. We don't need to be, you know, retold of like old Jamie Bamey Heller's story again. Just, you know. Instead just go off with the, just Alex Mercer again. But this time, and this is something that probably everyone who played Prototype would agree on. Don't make Alex Mercer don't make him a friggin' villain all of a sudden, out of left field. Because that was actually the biggest problem with Prototype, actually. What Prototype 1 and 2, is that everything is great, you know, playing a new character and all that, you know, James Heller, you know, this guy he's military, he's, you know, all this stuff, you know, that's fine, but don't make the previous protagonist all of a sudden the antagonist for some dopey ass reason. Seriously, he just becomes like, oh, humanity sucks, I'm gonna make the world better with this virus. Give me a second. Sorry, I spat all over the place. But yeah, I'm gonna make the world better with this virus, and you know, I'm gonna rule the new world, or some utter generic villainous nonsense like that. And a lot of people in the Prototype community, this is because, you know, I peruse around the subreddit related to it. Passively, of course, not like, you know, I don't go about like committing myself to subreddits. I just just look around it. Anyway, point of the matter is, a lot of people, there's like a few theories as to why Alex Mercer is the way he is in Prototype 2. And a lot of people suspect, oh, friggin' that isn't the real Alex Mercer because Alex, that's a clone or something like that, or, that he's, someone trying to friggin' impersonate him or some utter nonsense like that, right? That's how bad. It's bad if people. It's bad if, people are trying to theorize away why, your previous protagonist is all of a sudden the villain out of left field. And I should say this right now, I do know that they did release a comic that preludes
Area Charlie
shit.
under our control.
I do know they put out a comic a good while ago that preludes to Prototype 2's story. But I actually read it myself, right? It was alright, I guess, but the reason why Alex Mercer all of a sudden just lose faith in humanity is because apparently the people he met in some castaway forest was because they were all of a sudden like mobsters or something like that. And, just like all sorts of just useless, all sorts of dumb crap like that. The comic was just really dumb in terms of plot. I mean, it was cool to see, Alex outside of, the video game media, but outside of that, it was just, the plot for the reason why he became a villain was just really stupid. I mean, if he, like, holds some contempt for humanity, but, I get if he were to hold some contempt for humanity, right? It makes sense to some extent that he would see the bad things of mankind, but at the same time, you'd think that if he sees the bad in it, he would also see the good as well. It's just like, no, he didn't see anything good, he just saw everything bad and all that jazz. Funny thing is that the line at the end of the first prototype contradicts what, contradicts.
Our units are taking hold
But yeah,
of
so as I was saying, yeah, the ending of Prototype 1 somewhat contradicts what Alex Mercer is in the second game, because he acknowledges in the end, in the first Prototype, Alex acknowledges to himself that he's no longer Alex Mercer, because Alex Mercer died in Penn Station, or he died in the place that Alex died. Instead, he's something more than human. Or, he's not sure if he's something more or less than human. And, that gives sign that, he sees some bad in people, but at the same time, he sees some good. As he sees some good in life, right? Maybe this is me grasping at straws to yes, I was saying. Maybe this is just me grasping at straws, trying to comprehend why Alex Mercer is all of a sudden the bad guy in the second game, but to me, at the very least, that gives signs that, the blacklight virus that inhabits Alex acknowledges Alex is dead, but he can be better. He can be, better than what Alex is. Not just in the sense of, like, being a tyrant, but also in the sense of being just generally a better person. Again, maybe I'm grasping at straws here, but that's how it seemed like to me, at the very least. That there's still some there's a spark of humanity in something that isn't really human, to say the least. I don't mind Prototype 2, if I'm gonna be very honest with you. I don't mind it because the gameplay is so fucking smooth. It's like real smooth, baby. It's like, yeah, it's like real smooth and all that.
under attack.
Give me a sec. I'm doing patrol here.
Our units are taking hold of objective Charlie 1. Our units are taking hold of objective Bravo 1.
All right, clean. So yeah, I don't mind Prototype 2 so much in terms of gameplay, as I was saying, because for the most part, the gameplay is pretty much a refined version of... The gameplay of Prototype 2 is pretty much just a refined version of what Prototype 1 had. And it's just the second game's story is just problematic, especially with the elements with Alex Mercer. Yeah, especially with the elements with Alex Mercer all of a sudden just becoming, oh, I'm the bad guy because a family in the woods tried to kill me, and they were actually mobsters. You know, it was just that at that point it was just really dumb. I will agree on that front. I don't think Prototype is a bad game, just the story is problematic.
Under our control. Area Bravo is under our
Штаб по
control.
обороне Москвы вводит в городе основной.
We are winning.
Did the announcer just say we are winning? That's not me just, you know, trying to make a meme out of it. Just that's a genuine question right there. Ah, damn it. He got the drop on me. Man, there needs to be more rewards for the early levels of... There needs to be more rewards for early levels of the, of this game. Or at the very least, more weapons and attachments available. Actually, you know what? I don't think the attachments is the problem. Just more weapons available from the get-go. I'm not saying like all the weapons, but at the very least, like, I don't know, like 2 to 3 healthy selections to choose from. I mean, you already have the starter rifle, and you already have me using the G36 here. And you also have, you know, some other stuff too. Damn. But yeah, no, it's just... I feel as though this game, at the very least in terms of its early levels, is very stiff with its progression at least. I feel as though they should... Maybe if they... Actually, maybe it's because, you know... Maybe it's because they intend to add more game modes, but it seems as though that things are going rather slow with progression. Just trying to unlock guns, get higher levels, it's just really...
Будет в городе осадное
Just slow.
положение. Каждый житель, годный к строевой службе, должен немедленно явиться на ближайший призывной пункт.
I don't know, maybe it's just because maybe it's because I'm playing the same maps over and over. Maybe that's why. In which, you know, if that's the case, Farm 51, you mind throwing us a new map or so? That'd be great. I wouldn't mind. But yeah, new maps would certainly help, you know, keep my interest. I mean, yeah, this whole like large-scale conflict thing and the like is great and all, but again, we could use some more maps to play around in. I'm trying to remember, what maps did they have available? I think this is the... I think they did have a few more maps available, but they just... Nobody played on them, mostly because, again, during the round... Because around this time, because when World War III was announced, a lot of people were comparing it to Battlefield. And to some extent, I dare say that's what killed momentum for the game, because a lot of people were expecting, oh, it's Battlefield, right? But no, it's not Battlefield. Instead, it's its own thing that has, you know, its own gameplay elements and all, so... So yeah, I think that's what really killed momentum for World War III initially. That it was like, it was being compared to Battlefield, and people were expecting, you know, oh, we expect something like to Battlefield, but no, it's again just its own thing.
Дача города войскам противника не включена.
Alright, go, 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 go.
Our unit. Alpha 1.
I'm not sure if you could tell, but there actually is a crosshair on my screen. It's a dot crosshair. It's not like a traditional, like, you know, it's not a traditional four-line crosshair with a dot in the center, like, you know, Fallout or other games.
Enemy tank spotted in your area. Objective Bravo 2 is under attack. Objective Charlie 1 is under attack.
Trzymaj, podnieś się.
Немедленно явиться на ближайший призывной пункт.
Man, the other guys are falling really short. Look at this. Not just in manpower, just in general. I mean, look at this. This is. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for them. Yeah. Alright, so what are the game? Actually, I've been thinking back, aside from Prototype, which is the most prominent one thus far, because recently there's like this Garry's Mod add-on that adds Blackwatch models that are like HDified, which is something you can actually see on my Twitch page, in which I'm using the Blackwatch Commando or Commander as my Twitch profile pic, in which I'm thinking of probably changing it because I'm not gonna lie, that picture is really low quality. So yeah, that's. Alright, bro.
Доводит до сведения граждан, что подступы к столице контролируют.
Alright, come on, clean house, clean house.
Дача города войскам противника не включена.
You know what's fun? You know what's funny is that I remember a good portion of Modern Warfare 4's weapon. And when I say Modern Warfare 4, I mean Call of Duty 4. So that's what I mean. But yeah, the starting weapon you get in the tutorial is a G36 with a red dot sight. Yeah, with a red dot sight. And I remember distinctly that I became fascinated with guns more extensively after seeing the MP5 and G36, because those two weapons were pretty cool to see, actually. Along with that, because of the way, Call of Duty animations were at that time, I was very fascinated with the way thumbs worked in that game, because most games, the best way I could describe how most other games handled reload animations for first-person games was that it was either like a GoldenEye way, or, you know, in the case of Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, they all were like properly animated at that time. Yeah, they were all properly animated instead of just having like your hand like awkwardly grasping at the freaking awkwardly grasping at the foregrip. You know how, like, the best way I could describe it is, you know how if you're an operator tactical guy, in which if you are one, well, kudos to you, but there's this thing called a C grip or a clamp grip, in which you pretty much just cover your hand over the entire foregrip and just start shooting that way, because, you know, apparently that's how you absorb, you know, the recoil better or something like that. You control your gun more efficiently that way.
Our units are taking hold of objective Bravo 1.
And the best way I can describe it is if everyone did the C clamp grip or the C clamp all the time, but in the most awkwardest, weirdest way possible, mixed in with the fact that early 2000s graphics was very jagged, to say the least. So yeah, just mix that all together and you pretty much you would be fascinated too if you saw, oh my god, that thumb is actually a thumb instead of this weird pointy thing. Is this real life? But yeah, you'd probably be like that too if you saw an actual anatomically correct hand instead of just whatever the hell most other FPS had around that time. Oh hey, I got the Execute Berlin order. Do I have anything new for my character? Like a new helmet? Because now I'm jealous the fact that I saw a guy with a helmet and goggles now. I'm jealous, okay? That man had goggles on. I want goggles on too. Instead, I got these weird-ass dopey helmets. I mean, who wants to wear the Attilan visor helmet? Or, well, whatever the hell this is by the US. Don't get me wrong, I love the DevTech Ronin, but at some point in time, I just want to use a proper... I want to use a proper mask, damn it. I want to use a proper helmet protection, at least. Man, it'd be great if I could know which helmets and masks are available right now, because for the most part, all of this is just, as it were. Alright, I'm tired of representing Her Majesty. I'm gonna go back to the US.
Affirmative.
Yeah, hear that? That's the voice of a real American hero right there. Affirmative! Man, seriously though, I wish... Is there any way to know which helmets and equipment are available in-game right now? Because how the hell did that guy have like a full headset and goggles? Because even I don't have that at my current level. And I can't even identify which one is even available too. Is it wrong of me to say I don't like how the fact that the US... Alright, so here's the thing. There are three... When you start off the game, you start off with 3 already pre-designated characters. All of which are for... all of which represent like 3 different nations. This being Russia, obviously, the US, obviously, and Poland. In which, you know, the fact that you start off with a Polish gun in hand is pretty abundantly clear. But that aside, for the most part, all the factions, so to speak, like Russia, or in this case, totally not political statement here, is are using like these Kevlar gloves. I think that's what they are, at least. They're using these Kevlar gloves, and they pretty much protect your hands. Yeah, and then you got the US, who just got mechanics gloves, in which I don't like how it's using mechanics gloves because of the fact that it's just using camouflage. that sounds trivial, but when you really look at these in game, they're kind of sort of fugly. I wish instead of the mechanics gloves, they just used Nomex gloves, because I'm pretty sure that's the standard issued glove that's typically used. And yeah, so pretty much, I wish instead of just, again, using that, they just use the Nomex shooting gloves. Alright, I'm gonna be back. Nature's calling. Alrighty, I'm back. Operation Berlin. Damn it, I forgot to customize my gun. I wanted to try that red dot sight. God damn it, why? Why? I don't think you could customize your guns in during the session, so that's why. That's kind of something that kind of peeves me off, is that you can't customize your gun like the same way you can in Insurgency Sandstorm. I'm not sure if that's intentional or they intend to change that at some point, but if they are taking suggestions, I would probably say at least give the option to allow players to customize their guns, because yeah, customize their guns and loadout a bit, so that way they can adapt to the environment a bit better and easily. So yeah, so as you clearly see here, the mechanics gloves just looks completely fugly, and they just obscure my freaking hands. Right, so I'm playing this cool sci-fi game. It's called World War IX. I'm using the default starting gun, the G36-5K or VK on hand right now. Yeah, it's great. It's truly one of the best weapons. Just don't mind the fact that you have two optics on this thing. No, seriously, you have two optics on this thing. You have the actual optic and you have the backup iron sights that are integrated in. Jesus Christ, how long has this guy been playing for? Holy shit. Damn, I want that camouflage now too. Just so I could get out of the freaking threads I'm wearing. I'm tired of wearing Marpat. I wanna equip some M81 camouflage. I don't care if I stick out like a sore thumb. At the very least, I'll look like a goddamn jarhead. Please, let me look like a jarhead. Alright. Sweeping clean, fellas. I don't like how the foregrip, the character just has his hand as though he's using it as a short vertical grip, and he's just clamping on from there. I just wish he just used that vertical grip as it were. Just straight up, full hands around. Come on, get that thumb around it too, pal.
Objective Charlie 2 is under attack.
Man, it's interesting nowadays how games have changed from just being arcadey to now being so millisim that it would make a dropout from the army sweat. Or a washout, I should say. Maybe it's because nowadays gaming is getting more involved and, you know, they're now referring to actual experts so that way they could have people enjoy a product that is both realistic and fantasy. I don't know, maybe I'm just looking into that a little too much. But still, a point still stands. You know what I find interesting too is that the teams are both, they don't have a particular name or faction name. Do they just have the name of East and West? In which, you know, that's actually not too dissimilar from how. Yeah, it's not exactly too dissimilar of how World War One and Two. Yeah, that's not too dissimilar from how World War One and Two was, where it's pretty much two. The world was split into two, East and West. Or, give me a sec. Let me quote Metal Gear for this. After the end of the Cold War, the world. After the end of World War II, began the Cold War. Thus, the world split into two. Or that shit. What the hell did Snake say during the?
Defend objective Charlie 1.
Yeah, what the hell did Snake say during the intro of Metal Gear Solid 3? Pretty much just apply that here, and it's just the same thing. But yeah, pretty much apply the same thing here for World War 3, basically. It's not too inaccurate to how it is. I'll tell you this much. It's a lot better than what Call of Duty Vanguard had, in which it was my team and enemy team. At the very least here, World War III has the gall to just say, hey, you know, East and West side, which are you? Although I wish they still had the... I do wish they still had the actual faction names. Because I do know they do have actual faction names, or at the very least they did during launch. So, yeah. It said I could join in as a... What was that? Man, I hope I get to this guy's level, in which I get like all sorts of...
Defend objective C1.
Yeah. Shit, we're being routed right now. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to play the long game here. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to walk my ass all over to A2 if I can help it. I mean, it's not glamorous, but it's a tactic that I'll have to use at some point now.
Objective Charlie 2 is under attack. Our units are taking hold of objective Alpha.
Time to go for a long walk. Everyone else is fighting in the center. Me, I'm gonna fight the outskirts. Looks like I'm not the only one who had that idea, too. Alright, there's bound to be people fighting. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving.
Attack objective Alpha 2.
Actually, two squads are already on site for A2. Go to A1. Secure the interior. If we're able to do that, we might be able to make do with this match at least.
Our units are taking hold of objective Alpha 1.
Alright. Time to make a washout sweat.
taking hold of objective Alpha 2.
Alright, A1's been secured. Crap. We need to cut off enemy supply line right now. That's the main problem. So,
Attack objective Bravo 2!
currently, Bravo 2 might be our best bet. We need to cut off enemy supply first before we can press onward. That is if the teams are able to coordinate together enough. At the very least, people get the sense that, oh, maybe we should do this instead. Because as it stands, A1 has been secured. The enemy supply line has been severely hampered. So if we go to B2 and we're able to take it successfully, we might be able to get on
Our
by.
units are taking hold of objective Charlie 2. Our units are taking hold of objective Bravo 2. Our units are taking hold of objective Bravo 1.
This is the goal right now. Just cut off enemy supply lines. This is the goal right now, just to cut off the enemy supply line. We can't have the enemy get any more points than we do.
Friendly airstrike incoming.
Shit, I'm the only guy here though, that's the problem right now. I'm very exposed, and I don't like it. Damn it, they established C2.
Objective Alpha 1 is
Hell
under
yeah!
attack.
This is how we do it! Attack objective Charlie 2!
Damn it. What the hell?
Under attack. Objective Bravo 2 is under attack.
Damn it, is nobody capping? No, this is the most infuriating. This is one of the more infuriating parts
Attack
of World War III
objective
right now.
Bravo 1! Attack objective C2!
Yeah, this is arguably one of the more frustrating elements of World War III. Is the fact that so far it seems as though nobody is capping right now.
Airstrike fast.
I mean, the last match was, you know, much more well organized, it would seem. Everyone had the same mind of trying to cap. But here, holy shit, it seems like everyone's freaking going on a one-way death march, like it's advanced team deathmatch or some nonsense. Crap, they're gonna be capping hard. And that's a drone strike.
Our units are taking hold of objective
Look, I'm not gonna bullshit around and say that I'm, you know, the best player possible and all that jazz. In fact, I quite literally suck at PvP games at all. But the point of the matter is, I wanted at the very least put up some sort of resistance. Right now, the team is just bulldozing us. But yeah, right now it's just the enemy team is just literally bulldozing our ass right now.
Our units are taking hold of objective Bravo 2.
Yeah, we rule!
Under our control.
Yeah, we rule. We captured one area. Now we gotta capture the rest. This is turning into a Pyrrhic Lost right now.
Objective Charlie 1 is under attack. Hold of objective Bravo 2.
And nobody's on my team. Great. Look, this one guy. Oh, crap.
Objective Charlie 2 is under attack.
Medic!
Come on. Oh, I got another red dot sight. Sweet. I can make my gun look even more like a sci-fi gun from Doom. You know what's funny is that this game has pictures that are supposed to be from that supposedly imply that well, this is just a dick move right now.
Charlie 2 is under attack.
Well, that was just a dick move right there.
Our units are taking hold of objective Charlie 1.
Dick. Anyway.
Our units are taking hold of objective Charlie.
Anyhow, where do we stand right now? Right now, this is turning into a critical failure. Nobody's capping. The enemy team is overwhelming us because of one reason or another. I'm not sure if because they have superior numbers or because our team is incompetent.
Our units are taking hold of
I mean, I'm incompetent too, as well, but hey. I expected my betters to be better than me.
Our units are taking hold of objective Charlie 2. Objective Bravo 2 is under attack.
Alright. Come on, let's go, let's go. And of course.
Enemy airstrike
Someone
fast
just
approaching.
rocketed away that? Crap, it's a drone. Damn, fucking damn, that mofo just freaking headshotted my ass from that range. That high-powered scope, I imagine? Jeez. I can't even be mad. I'm more impressed than anything. Fight to the last. Odds are we're gonna lose though because
I'm out! Need ammo!
the whole team's got everything. Let's just die.
Our units are taking hold of objective Alpha 2.
That tank just drew by him.
Sorry, ass.
And this was a Pyrrhic lost. We were going strong enough until we got, I guess, cocky or something. I don't know what the hell just happened, but hey. Alrighty, so this is the team. This is how it stands. We lost. The end. Ah, boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. See here. Attachment for the Glock. Back it out. Alright, so this is where... Alright, sure, let's wrap this up from here. So, that'll be all for today. So, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this stream. Wow, this has been a different... This has been a different approach to how I normally stream things. Again, I'm using Restream as a... Yeah, I'm using Restream instead of streaming directly to Twitch. So if there were... As far as I could tell, there weren't really any problems, so to speak, that I could notice. That I could take notice of. And yeah, so... Crap, what's the... How do I end this off right now? So, if you're on Twitch, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this stream. If you want to see more, please consider looking at the schedule down below to see what David's doing games for, Twitch. Tomorrow is Tactical Thursday, meaning I'll be streaming. Well, last week was Insurgency Sandstorm, so I think it's Plansite 2 this week. So yeah, keep that in mind. And if you're watching on YouTube, well, thanks for stopping by as well, because, 2 different platforms and the like, and all that. I don't know, I don't have anything set up for my YouTube channel, because for the most part, this is primarily my personal YouTube channel. And yeah. So, yeah. Also, if Twitch starts coming down on me like, hey, Apart, I see you're streaming on YouTube. Why is that? I'm not an affiliate, alright? So, yeah. This has been an interesting experiment, to say the least. I might just go back to Twitch for the time being, but who knows? Maybe I'll consider keeping Restream on hand for a while. But yeah, so, thanks for stopping by, both YouTube and Twitch. And I'll see you in the next one. Twitch, that being tomorrow on the time of 1:30, or maybe a little earlier, or after. YouTube, I don't know. But we'll see how it does, because I'm not sure if I'm not sure if my stream is saved for YouTube and it just turns into a video. Because I know Twitch is automatically turned into a VOD, so yeah. Yeah. Till then, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. That being for Twitch tomorrow around the time of 1:30, and for YouTube, well, whenever. Till then, take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon.